The most requested thing, I don't know why. I think they look pretty good, but all you guys want the Pontiac G6 wheels off this car. Ooh, good morning, Piston. What do you think of the Pontiac wheels, huh? Do you like the Pontiac wheels, or are they a bit bummy? Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So we just spent the last, 4 days it took me to wrap this STI. And while it turned out very, very nice, there's still a ton of work that we need to get done on the car. I'm trying to get this thing wrapped up by the weekend. I know when I first started the build, I said it would be done in a week. Right after I brought the project to the shop, I had to take off for a few days. So that kind of put just a wrench in the whole plans. But if it's done by this weekend, we should be sitting pretty good. So it's no secret that this thing is a straight up budget build. I haven't done an actual budget build in a while. I think all said and done, with the new motor, the wrap, wheels and tires, at the end of the day, I'll probably be in the car about $5,000, of course, not including the cost of the car, but $5,000 to have a very, very good looking, brand new motor STI. That's not bad. So we have some budget wheels and tires. This setup, wheels and tires, I think it was about 1,100 bucks. I'll have everything linked down below. Now, of course, I wouldn't be running a set of good ride tires on a fast car, but for a stock motor, stock power level car, these things will do the trick and they fit within the budget. These guys, I think that's a newer brand. These are the same wheels. Let's just go ahead and open them up. Now, I know I've probably said in the past before, and I stand by it, I'm not the biggest fan of rep wheels, but real wheels, like a nice set of Gram lights nowadays, dude, they're like 2,200 bucks for a set of 57 DRs, for example. If you want to go in the TE realm, those are north of $4,000. These wheels alone, 800 bucks. So it makes sense. You ready to see what they look like? Fear not. The same exact wheels that we ran on the Hawkeye. For the freaking price of these things, they look so good. $799 shipped. And no, this is not a sponsorship deal. This is just straight up found them on eBay and bought them. They have a few different colors, but I think gloss black on Nardo gray always looks the best. This thing probably would have pulled off bronze quite nicely, but I didn't want to chance it. Gloss black, safe bet. All right, let's get these mounted and balanced. Still to this day, this tire machine, well, machines, mounter and balancer, may go down as one of the best purchases for the shop I ever made. The lift was great, the 2-post. Mount and balance machines, amazing, and the powder coat strip tank. Those are like my 3 necessities I use all the freaking time. For a few years, I used actual tire lube, and then I kept running out, so I started using Dawn dish soap. It seems to work better. If not better, it's just as good. Now, one thing I did do is cheap out. A lot of the tire machines, they have an additional head that comes out and holds the tire down from the bead. It's not necessary, of course, but it'd be very handy. But I'm not complaining. As you can see, you can still get it mounted up just fine without it. Before we get these on the car, there's one thing left. Cleaning, ceramic coat, and some new tire shine. I've been testing this stuff out for probably a month now. This stuff is amazing. Anything that has the Cerakote brand on it, I'm finding to be very, very good quality. The trim coat, the headlight restoration kits, the Cerakote product itself, like for exhaust coatings and whatnot, and now this tire coat. Quick little side by side with my testing. So that's some traditional tire gel from like O'Reilly's. Looks good when you first put it on. This car doesn't get driven. It just sits. And after a while, it turns brown, all nasty, faded looking. Now this is the Cerakote tire coat. Applied at the same exact time. Let's get the whole thing cleaned up, the wheel and tire cleaned up with IPA, and get them coated. The ceramic coat I'm putting on the wheels is the Avalon King Armor Shield 9. I definitely do prefer the new Armor Shield Max. It lasts longer. It seems like it's a better product overall. It is more expensive, but of course I ran out. So the 9 will have to do the trick, which if you want, either product, I'll link it down below with my discount code to save you some cash. And then for this tire coat, it comes with this little applicator. So you spray the tire coat on this guy, like so, and apply it to the tire. I got the first Pontiac wheel off and the random spacer. We have one broken stud right there and one boogered up, stripped out stud there. And of course, a very nice plasti dipped caliper. Very, very stoked on whoever built this car before me. Let's do a quick test fit. I may need to run and grab some lug nuts. Actually, you know what? These might work temporarily. First wheel is on. Weird. I can't believe that it looks better than the Pontiac wheels. This thing's gonna look so freaking good. Nardo gray, black wheels. Killer combo. Hot piston. What do you think? Is that a good look, bud? All right, sleepy boy. The first side has got the wheels and tires on. Now this monster truck gap, I'd say that needs to be fixed. A good solid inch of lowering, this thing would look a billion times better. Makes sense as to why they had to have it so high up in the air. Let's see if we can do a little comparison. Yeah, that tire's like an inch and a half taller. This thing, for a budget build, man, it is turning out so freaking good. All right, wheels and tires are on. I need to get those cars out of the shop. And this, on the lift, we need to do some brake work and some suspension work. But before that, there's one thing that we do need to take care of. One issue with our vinyl wrap job, but thankfully it's an easy fix. If you look in between the doors here, you can still see a silver stripe. That's because we wrapped the whole entire side of the car with one panel, cut on the back side of the front door right here, and there was not enough material in between the doors to hide that silver stripe. So we need to fix that. And then above the side skirt as well, same exact concept. Now I already went ahead and took care of that on the driver's side. So it looks very, very nice down there and right up in there. It only takes a few minutes to fix, and man, oh man, does it make a big difference. Give it a good wipe down with our IPA. Can't be any dirt in there. Here I have maybe a 45 millimeter width of the Nardo gray material. Let's get it wrapped. I'm gonna grab a squeegee and I'm gonna relax the vinyl into the valley first. If we tack it on the outside edges, you're gonna have to stretch it into the valley and it will not hold long term. It might look good for the day, but long term, no good. Now if we cut this outer flap, if we cut this right on the edge, you will never be able to tell it's a separate piece. All finished up, should look like that. With the door closed, looks freaking beautiful. Now let's tackle that silver stripe down there. And with the side skirt back installed, this thing looks like $1 million freaking bucks. Let's get those girls out of the way, this up on the lift, and let's get this fitment dialed in. I'm gonna say it needs to go down at least an inch. It looks a little funny. Okay, let's take some quickie measurements. Currently, lip of wheel, the fender is 4 inches in the front, 3 3/4 rear. I feel like the Evo's a really, really good height, and she's chilling at a 2 3/4. 1 1/4 drop. That should look pretty freaking neat on the blob-by. Hey, look at that. Previous owner left the locking collar loose for us. It's like he knew we were gonna lower it. Surprisingly, they did put nice parts on this car. So these are a set of BC BR coilovers. I like BCs a lot. Ran them quite a few times. And of course the full NVIDIA exhaust. Also a nice unit. Of course this coilover is quite crusty, so let's throw some WD-40 right up in here. Hopefully that'll soak down into the threads, kind of loosen everything up. Don't you love WD-40? Oh, you wanna know the worst thing in the world on a car? Seized coilovers. Driver's side was fine. Passenger side, not so much. She seems to be fully seized up. So it's gotta come off. Well, I did not expect my coilover lowering session to turn into a multiple hour ordeal, but here's the update. This coilover completely seized up. They don't even look that old, but that one's completely stuck. We've tried everything. She's done for. That one is now set properly, got the spring preload adjusted how it should be. This one is now adjusted properly. I just wanted to pull out the camera real quick and let you guys know. I've seen this with the last 3 cars that I've bought that already have coilovers installed. Just ridiculous amounts of spring preload. This thing has, like I said, a fairly new set of BC coilovers on it. This spring right here, the one I'm working on, right rear, 1.5 inches, I'm not lying, 1.5 inches of spring preload. Coilover companies recommend about 10 millimeters. 1.5 inches is what, like 45 mil? So just a quick heads up to you guys. I don't even know why people do it. Other than the passenger front, we're all dialed in. That looks so much freaking better. The front could probably go, meh. I like the front. The rear I might raise just a touch. But 1 inch did a whole lot on this car. Man, oh man, that looks so freaking good. There's one more thing I want to do before I pull this thing outside. That is a good old-fashioned front lip. Let's get this guy installed. That should make the front end look quite a bit better. And other than those headlights, that front end should be looking pretty freaking good. This old girl was $100 on eBay, so let's hope it fits. Front lips are hard to spend a bunch of money on because they tend to, hit things and get broken. I have it held up with just the little C clamps right now. I ain't gonna lie, this thing does not fit good whatsoever. Those are the eBay, like STI side splitters as well. So maybe that has something to do with it. But when she's on the ground, I don't think it's gonna look too bad. So let's screw it up in that position there and see how she looks. That splitter and front lip combo, it came in a combo pack on eBay for the STI bumper. It is probably the worst fitting thing I've ever installed. Now, thankfully it's just a front lip, so it's not a super big deal, but man, stuff that fits like that, it drives me up a freaking wall. I wish this car had the budget to just buy OEM stuff and then be done with it, because then it'd fit good. But nonetheless, she's back on the ground, lowered, new wheels and tires, front lip. Let's pull this little girl outside and see how she looks. Well, here she is outside. Dude, outside, this thing looks so freaking good. For a budget build that we only put into the exterior, was it $600 for the wrap? $1,100 for wheels and tires, $100 in the lip. Not bad, man. Compared to where we started, I'll throw a photo on the screen. A few days ago, this thing is turning out pretty freaking good. A couple things that we have left to fix. Of course, that right front coilover, headlights. I'll probably trim coat the grille and most importantly the brakes, and even actually way more importantly than the brakes, which isn't going to change the look of the car, but I wish you could smell through the camera. This thing is filthy, man. It smells so bad. Still have the door panels off because I had to remove those to get the door handles off. Everything out of this interior will be completely stripped and cleaned. I was trying to find an OEM 05 steering wheel and airbag, but I've been striking out there. So I might just order up another wheel like that and slap it on the car. I'll be honest, man, while this budget build stuff on this car was fun, it's really, really hard for me to do the budget build stuff. After building cars like the Type R where there really wasn't a budget, this car had way too much money sunken into it, and even more so the yellow Evo, where I tried to make every little thing perfect on them with effectively unlimited budgets. Building this with a very, very, very low budget compared to what I'm used to, it definitely drives me crazy. With no budget, of course, it would have got a built motor, turbo kit, bunch of new panels, probably painted and not wrapped, different wheels. You guys get the point. It was fun. It is fun doing the budget stuff, but I think my sweet spot is definitely the quality types of builds. I do know one of you guys is gonna get this thing, probably gonna be pretty stoked on it. I just hope you don't think that's how I build all the cars.